All right, so what we doing, man, we out here to show the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, who we really are according to the Bible. Because that's a question now people don't really know, right? Like, what I'm asking you is like, what was black people before slavery? What was we called? What's our name? What's our cultural heritage? That's something we don't know because slavery took it away from us, right? So how old are you, my brother?
35.
I'm 39. Now, you live 35 years of your life and we don't know really where we come from. That's the issue. Phil, what about you? That's the issue. You think that's gonna affect your children when they grow up and they don't know where they from? But when they go to school with white kids or around other people and Asians and all these other folks, they know exactly where they come from. What they gonna do to your self-esteem? Our children's self-esteem. Like we just brought out of the Bible, we showed the Sister Courtney, right? Jesus is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
But in churches, what they show you is Jesus.
White man.
How is that? It's the church, the house of God, but it's a blatant lie in there. But the Bible, the book they actually supposed to be reading out of, don't even say that. No Bible on earth say Jesus a white man. There's a lot of stuff that we need to be trying to go to this Bible and find the truth, because read Romans 3 and 4. Romans 3 and 4. Because one thing about this Bible that we got to do that we haven't done is we listen to people talk about the Bible a lot, but they don't actually read it. And now we start to formulate ideas about, oh man, that Bible, the white man book, that ain't real because of the lies that we've heard people say and the contradictions. People say contradictions. The Bible don't contradict itself. People do. So listen to this.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 4. God forbid, yea, let God be true.
We got to let God be true, meaning the Bible be true.
But every man a liar.
But every man a liar. So now, if we read the Bible, and we go to the book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible, New Testament, and see clearly that Jesus is a black man, skin like bronze, burned in the furnace with white and woolly hair.
Right.
Why would we ever believe the picture that the people put on TV? Because we would know God is true, but all these people out here are lying. So now, what if they lie to you about this? If they lie on the Son of God, and they put this in churches, who set up the churches here? Who set up Baptist religion, Episcopalian, Seventh-day Adventist, what else they got out here?
Culture.
Yeah, a myriad of other religions. All these stuff is supposed to be one Christianity. Who set all that up? When? In the 1800s, 1600s, when we was in slavery. So guess now, if they ain't gonna treat us right, they gonna teach us right. Nah. So let's see what else they lied to you about. Why don't you know who you are and where we come from? It gotta be important because they took it away from us. Listen to the Bible, what the Bible say. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Listen to what the Bible say about a particular group of people, because when you're gonna learn is the Bible is about the Israelites.
That's right.
God's chosen people. He chose 12 tribes from one nation.
That's
the children
right.
of Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and those are the people that he made his covenant with and made his agreements and gave his laws to. He don't deal with everybody. But Christianity that they gave us in slavery says God is about everybody and all things. Watch this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So God's talking about, he's gonna make a comparison. He said the ox know his owner. You ever heard this? You ever heard the saying, that boy dumb as an ox in the ass? Old folks say that, right? Watch what God said about this. Read it.
And the ass his master's crib.
Read from the top again.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So the ox and the ass are dumb animals, right? But the ox know his owner, meaning know who rules over him. And the ass, the donkey, know where his land is, his master's crib.
That's
Read.
right. But Israel.
But who?
Israel.
But who?
Israel doeth not know.
God said the Israelites wouldn't know. They master who rules over them, meaning they God and they homeland. Where we come from?
It was come from Africa.
Africa is a huge place.
Yep.
That's a huge continent. The Sahara Desert is bigger than the whole United States. Just the desert part. So there's 54 countries, 300 different languages. Where in Africa do we come from? What's the motherland? Most people would say Africa is the motherland.
Yeah.
Give me Galatians. Let me show you something about the Bible right here. The Bible got everything. Galatians 4:26. All right, read it.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
So it says Jerusalem. Jerusalem is in the land of Israel, the capital city of Israel, right? It said, Jerusalem, which is above all other places, is free. Read.
Which is the mother of us all.
Which is the what?
Mother of us all.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all. I mean, that's the motherland. That's the place of creation. That's the
right.
place everybody's from. But now, what? They say Jerusalem and Israel is in the Middle East, right? Let me ask you something else. Where the Middle North is? What about the Middle South or the Middle West? That's a made-up term.
Yeah.
That's Northeast Africa. It's right next door to Egypt. It's still on the same continent, but they said Middle East. Why? Because I got people in slavery that don't know where they come from now, because I erased their history after 400 years. Now they lost. Who's the Bible for, right? You talking about the Bible is for the Israelites. Who did Jesus Christ come to save? So we can establish that Christianity lied on the Son of God and said he's a white man. So you think he lied? You think they lied about the doctrine of Jesus Christ too? Had to. Who did Jesus Christ come for? The Christianity saved the whole world. What the Bible says? Let's hear how Jesus Christ meant. Because Jesus Christ is a black man that is a Jew, meaning one of the tribes of Israel, right? He came for a certain people. He was sent to a certain people. Christianity said he sent to everybody. How can you be sent to everybody when a white man want to put them up on the cross? He came to save them too? Come on. Let's see what Jesus Christ said.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24.
Read out.
But he answered and said,
The he right there, Jesus Christ. Read.
I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
If you hold on. Show them that right there. Where you read from?
Bring it out.
What color them words right there? Jesus Christ's words. Read. He said, I am not sent but, meaning only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
There was a word in there that was real subsequential right there. Lost. Jesus Christ know his people was going to be lost in these last days. We lost. The ox knows his owner, the ass is master crib, but Israel don't know. It's a lost state of mind right there. It's lost. Who more lost than the so-called black man, the Hispanics and the Native Americans? Who more lost? The people that was in the diaspora. Who more lost than us? It ain't nobody else. Jesus Christ said, I'm sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read Matthew 18:11. Matthew 18:11.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
That's who Jesus Christ came to save, that which was lost.
That's right.
So, the thing we're trying to do is show our people, make you start to question what you learned, and then actually go in the Bible and find out the truth. So what we're going to do, we can go to the Bible right now. We're going to show y'all how we know that we really are these children of Israel. Because the Bible, according to prophecy, lets you know who you are. Because God didn't put signs in the Bible, a roadmap for you to find your way back to who you really are. But what we got to do is get in this book and read it. So we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. What we're going to do is we got to go and establish who God is and who he made his covenant with, and we can find out. That's how you got to know who the children of Israel are, by who God made the covenant with. Covenant is an agreement, a contract. He played for the Lakers, he had to sign that contract, right? If he played all the years of that contract, he get the money from the contract. What if he decide to quit today?
No money.
No money. He get penalties. They probably come back and sue him, right? What happens when you make a contract and you sign a contract with God? You got to keep that thing, right? Now what happens if you break it? Now we're talking about the contract with the Creator of heaven and earth, everything we see on this earth today. That's powerful, right? What happens when you break that? Let's see. Deuteronomy 28:1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So that part of the contract is like LeBron. Hey, if you do this, you get the money. God said, if you keep the commandments, I'm going to put you on high above all nations of the earth. He
That's
talked
right.
to the Israelites. Now, when you read the history of the Bible, you realize they never did what God said, and they always end up getting in trouble. Let's see some of this trouble that they got into. Give me verse 15. Now, we're going to read this, and it's very important that y'all pay attention, all right?
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statute which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Curses. God said, if you don't do the commandments, all these curses which come upon you and overtake you.
That's
So now,
right.
Let's figure out something about God. A curse is the same thing as a judgment, right? Same thing as a judgment. Psalm 9 and 16. Now, God said, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to put curses on you, judgments. This is how you know that God is for real. And this Bible is true, and it's talking to you. Watch this. Psalm 9 and 16.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 9 and verse 16.
Bring it up.
The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed.
Hold on. Slow that down. I want them to catch this. Who?
The Lord is known by
The Lord is known. God is known
by the judgment which he executed.
by the judgments that he executes. God, this is how you gonna know God is really real out here. So now let's go back to Deuteronomy, this part of the covenant, and let's see some of these judgments that God executed on the people that were disobedient to him. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 32.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32.
Bring it up.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail longing for them all the day long.
Hold on, it said, thy sons and thy daughters will be given unto another people. Slow down, you read kind of fast. I want you to catch me. Look, sons and daughters given unto another people. I mean, another race of people. All right? Who did it happen to in history? We standing here. Who do we get given to? I read to the white folks. Now, hey, before that, the Arabs had us in slavery. Sub-Saharan slave trade, 900 years plus. They not your friends. Read on.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
My brother, you ever seen Ruth? Who seen Ruth in them slave movies? What happened when the kid gets sold? All they can do is cry. Kids just sat up on the porch and cried for like 15 days straight. It seems like in the movie, right? He said your eyes would fill with longing for them all the day long. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
God said that's a judgment that will come upon the Israelites for breaking his commandments. Let's see some of the other judgments. Let's go to verse 37.
Verse 37.
Now I asked you, what was our names before slavery? So Negro, African American, that's what, like 1986 with Jesse Jackson. Before that, you was colored. You was no, it was African American. Then it was Afro American. Before that, then it was colored, and it was Negro. It was coon, porchman, whatever they want to call you. You know, you couldn't do nothing but walk around the corner and cry, be mad at the white man. Well, read it.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So God said, the Israelites, for breaking my commandments, y'all shall become an astonishment. Now, when people look at us, you 35. How old are you, my brother? You 50 years old. 50-year-old man, 35-year-old man, 39-year-old man, be like, hey, man, they've been over here for 400 years plus, and they still don't know who they are. That's an astonishment to the other nations of people that look at them. Damn, they still that jacked up? That's astonishing. Read.
A proverb.
A proverb is like what today is akin to a stereotype. How many different stereotypes they got against us? It's a wise saying means stuff that it holds a little bit of truth, but it don't always, it's not definite, but it got a little truth to it. Like, Negroes love chicken and watermelon. Chicken and watermelon fire though. Who don't like it?
Look, other races like chicken and water.
Exactly, but it's a bad thing when they talk about you. What about you want to hide something from a Negro? Where you put it in?
Put it in the book.
You see that? But you know those proverbs.
Yeah.
God said there's going to be something that's going to be attached to the Israelites. Read.
And a byword.
And a byword. A byword is being called something outside your God-given name. Now, before we got off a slave ship boat, we had names, culture, heritage, history, and all that. And now you just a color, black.
That's right.
That's a byword. That's being called something by and by. Byword. How about this? What's a bicycle? How many wheels a bicycle got?
Two.
African American. Why you got a hyphenated nationality? A byword. See that?
2 words.
2 words. to explain who you are. That's what God said would happen to the children of Israel. Read.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So these familiar symptoms that's happening to us. Now check this out. Read verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
So all the curses, look, if I just read chronologically through all these curses, you're going to see more and more of this stuff is popping up. But watch it. It's significant because this right here.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
That's why it happened.
to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Now, hold on. You got to slow that part down. And what now? We talking about the curses that was going to come upon us. God said they were what?
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What's the name of that store over here? What you look for? What did you just look for?
Food market.
Yeah, but what did y'all just turn around and look for?
Sign.
A sign. You know what it is because of the sign. So God said the curses going to be upon the children of Israel for a sign. Those sons thought to be given to other people. Yeah, we standing here. Hey, will our names get changed? We call something else? Yes. It said the curse is going to be on you for a sign and what?
And for a wonder.
You ever wonder why it just happened to us? Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
Generational curses. That's what we dealing with now. Now, go to verse. Keep on reading.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Hold on, old school. Don't leave. You got to hear this right here.
For the abundance of all things. Therefore thou shalt serve thine
He
enemies,
said, because we didn't serve God, that's why we had to serve our enemies. Now, read.
which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
And in hunger. When you want something to eat, where you go? Where you go to?
You go to the store.
Who owns those stores? Who owns the food distribution?
Yeah, like white America.
It ain't none of these people.
Right.
Read.
And in thirst.
Water, same thing. Now that's a thing to come out the sky. It might rain any moment right now. And the white man will put a tax on the sky. You still got to pay a water bill, don't you?
A resource.
Food, and hunger, and in thirst. Read.
And in nakedness.
What's your shirt made out of?
Cotton.
Ah, damn. Hold up.
We picked it.
300, 250 years on the house
Zero.
for the free. But you still got to pay for that. God said you will serve your enemies. So right off the top, they let you know them people ain't your friends. But you got to serve and go do that because you got to go to a job, work that job, come back and get the money that they gave to you right back to them. You got to serve your enemies for food, for water, eat.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things.
All things. Who educated us? Who set up the school curriculum? What about the church curriculum? We talked about that. Who set that up? You need a birth certificate. You alive, but you ain't really alive until you get that paperwork from the right man. Death certificate. You ain't dead until you get that paperwork from the right man. The coroner got to come be like,
Yeah, you contract.
yeah, read.
And he shall put a yoke of
And
iron.
he, the enemy that you go to, food, water, thirst, clothing, want of all things, he shall do what?
Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who got the smartphone? Pull out your phone and Google Y-O-K-E of iron and see what pop up when you hit it. Yoke of iron, shackles and chains. And I guarantee you it ain't gonna be no cow or no ox or nothing with nothing around this gate. It's gonna be you, your forefathers and foremothers. Google knows. Google knows.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Look, say that yoke of iron will be upon you until he have destroyed thee. Until he have destroyed thee. Until now we walking around still not knowing who we are.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time. And